I've come to make an announcement. I am floored, astonished, amazed, and quite frankly embarrassed at what Bandai Namco has done to the launch of a new platform for Glider 3. Which, speaking of, thank you very much for watching the last video covering that topic. It basically met my goal and got people to buy copies and answered questions, but that's not the point of this video. So Bandai Namco, they usually do promotional Twitch live streams. A cool idea that they did for this go around is they aired, I believe they aired both in English and Japanese dub for like the day before and the day of the release of God Eater 3. I have to enunciate God Eater because apparently I don't say God Eater right. Anyways, I thought that was a really cool idea. It would like maybe hook or interest anime fans because, you know, Bandai Namco, if you're gonna buy a Bandai Namco game, you're obviously an anime fan of some sort because generally they make video games based off of anime licenses, you know, Funimation, Viz Media, all that stuff. So I thought that was a really cool idea. I didn't watch it. I've still never seen the Glider anime. But again, that's not the point. So right after they conclude of the last episode of it, they immediately follow up onto a live stream where I don't know his full name. I just know him as Dimitri, which I believe he's just the social relations manager kind of thing. I don't know if he runs the social media, but I know he's like kind of in charge of, you know, spreading the good word of like, you know, oh, you know, we got this game coming up, so we're gonna go ahead and show you what it's all about. And I have no ill will towards the guy. I think he's great. I think for the most part, he does a good job of what he does. However, going forward with this video, this isn't necessarily, this is not a hate video. Let me get that right out the way. This is more of constructive criticism as I've gotten in the past video in my comment section. This is nothing against the guy. This is just something that I've noticed that I hope that they can improve on for future promotions. And let me go ahead and explain what the heck I'm talking about. So in these live streams, they tend to bring, you know, other people in the community. Apparently there was an Anime Expo convention. I don't follow that. As surprised at my name, I don't follow Anime Expo or necessarily the announcements that came with it. But I guess they invited people that were cool with them at the time, and they invited someone from Japan Crate. I've never heard of Japan Crate before the announcement. And, you know, they sent out a tweet saying, you know, like, oh, go ahead, come and join us on our Glider 3 live stream Switch stuff, and we're going to give out prizes. I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. I'm going to tune in, right? Obviously, I want to see how they're going to officially promote the product that they're supposed to entice people to buy, right? Well, it started off not good.
Okay, you're the leader, so you.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
who's leading?
I'm leading.
So,
I'm over here looking at the wrong screen.
It basically started off them not knowing how to initiate the missions.
Wait, I'm able to get into the missions.
Yeah.
Am I good to go?
So right now it's telling me Fruitcake is not authorized
Only
to
leader
join.
can accept missions. Who's the leader?
Wait.
Apparently, I guess they all had their own Switches. They were showing off the unique local play, which is very, very nice. A very nice feature that the Switch has. Basically what the PSP and PS Vita had back in the day of Glider 2 and stuff. I think Dimitri's Switch copy, he just started the game, or he got a copy that was just fresh, and the other guests in that session were a little farther along. So Glider 3 has a thing, and I believe it's with every Glider game, where like if you're hosting a room and somebody that joins is of a lower rank, that person cannot do the missions you wish to do unless you do those lower rank missions of that lower class I guess guess that you have. I can't say it any better than that. On top of that, they didn't even put their nicknames on there. They just called them, PW10789. Basically the default stuff. They didn't show off the uniqueness of that nature. And I kid you not, I cannot make this up. I watched the whole thing, cringing through, and I feel part of the reason why I'm making this video is because I think nobody is gonna call them out on this. They spent for like the whole hour that they were supposed to quote unquote be promoting this game, they spent about 40% of this promotional live stream basically snacking and having a good time.
Oh yeah,
I'm too busy stuffing my face.
Parade. Let's see if it tastes like a parade.
No, I have... There's nothing wrong with having a good time, but obviously you're taking the time out of your day to promote a product. And if you're just chilling around and having... and just... exchanging jokes, they did like 3 missions. They barely did any showing off. I know they've shown off the PS4 version in the past, but if your job is to entice people to buy the Switch game, I don't think they did a very good job. And what made it even worse is that the, prizes that they gave out some Japan crates. They talked about that, which was fine. I mean, I was curious about it too. But they also gave out these very unique, these glider theme watches. I believe they're Japan only, and I think you can, I think they were given out in the 9th anniversary orchestra. I don't know. They're very hard to find, and they happened to get them, and they gave them out. So what they did was, I guess they've been doing this in the recent live streams. In the past, they would answer trivia questions and stuff, and if you got the trivia question right, or if you were the first one to get it right, and they look on the chat list, and if you got it right, then you would get the prize. I thought, okay, that's fair. But apparently how they've been doing stuff now is they apparently encourage spam, and you just type, make sure that you're basically blowing up your chat, and then some random person behind the scenes is supposed to pick somebody in the chat to then get the prize. And that is archaic as heck, and that has its own issues. I don't know why they didn't go back to the trivia thing. I thought that was pretty fair and good, but that's a whole different topic. There was a lot of things that went wrong in this live stream, and it didn't help that in the last 5 minutes, Dimitri, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, literally did his best, God bless him, to give out these prizes, give out like 7 Japan crates in like 5 minutes.
Okay, so I've got
weak points head
and stuff. It was crazy. It was a mess. It was a rush, and it was very, very mismanaged. So why the heck am I talking about this? It was just one live stream, right? And everyone can forgive a live stream. But the thing I'm seeing and noticing and witnessing personally is that I think there is a lack of respect towards their customers, as in most of their customers are anime fans. Let's not get that twisted. Let's not get that wrong. They're people who enjoy these anime properties, and let me just say, recent Bandai Namco games, let's just say, haven't been the hottest thing to come out of the gaming industry. Let me just say, stuff like, I believe the game is One Hero's Justice, the My Hero Academia game, the 3D brawler game, Jump Force, need I say more, and Naruto Road to Boruto Shinobi Strikers. Those games got basically lukewarm to bad receptions, really keying in on, if you're a fan of this, you're going to buy it. And while to an extent that works, I feel that the quality that is given doesn't represent the love and passion that they're trying to promote to the fans of these franchises. Now they're slowly going in the right direction. We got Dragon Ball FighterZ and we got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Obviously they're going to be spending a lot of time on that because Dragon Ball Z Super, the original, in general, that's a huge franchise. They want to get that stuff right. But everything else in between, the judge. It seems kind of mixed reviews. That stuff is out there. It's not the best. My whole message of this whole video, the bottom line, is that they're really banking on you just being a fan of this and that you're gonna buy this anyways. They don't do the best at promoting their stuff. Glider itself isn't necessarily an anime property. It has an anime, but you know, it's like it's a game first, and just got anime aesthetics. There's a lot wrong. No one's perfect, and I just wanted to point out stuff that, you know, hey, things can be done better. The games can be done better. There's a lot of bashing towards these communities because the lack of features that are in these games, they're just appalling. The last Bandai Namco game that I willingly bought was Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. And the only reason why I bought that game is because in high school, I had some friends who played Storm 3, and they were crazy hyped about that game, and they had a blast playing it. And then I thought to myself, oh, Storm 4 is coming out. I have money. Why don't I go ahead and buy it? I am a fan of this series, so why not? I ended up dropping it after like 12 hours, but I had a good time with it.
It's no use. Oh shit, dog. You just landed the ultimate. Oh shit. Wait, no. He wasn't ready.
But that's not the same quality as like these other games. They're basically 3D brawlers. I feel like these 3D brawlers are basically solely creeping up to the equivalent of first-person shooters. That may be a super exaggeration, but that's just the way I'm starting to see these things. Anyways, I'm gonna end this off right here. Let me know if you think I'm over exaggerating, if I'm crying too much. I have no idea. I feel like I'm not alone in this, and that Bandai Namco just needs to do better. There's always room for improvement. I myself could do better at the things that I do, and I'm just pointing out what I see. Before I end this is basically the end of the topic of the video. I do want to do a little apology, and that's going to be in a little separate fadeaway thing, and I'll explain it in a few seconds. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next thing that I want to talk about. Alright, so here's the thing. First of all, I know this is a weird location, but it's late night. I'm doing some late night shopping. You can barely see my face. I apologize for that, but I know this is the only time I'm gonna be able to do this because I have been so busy this summer. So hear me out for a moment. This is my second time recording this actually, because the first time I felt like I didn't narrow my reasons down, and I feel like I can do a better job. So let me go ahead and explain my apology reasoning. This mainly goes out to my longtime subscribers. I know that I have been neglecting the stuff that is basically giving me the foundation of my subscribers, which is essentially the Smash Brothers content, right? Now, it's not saying it's not going anywhere. It's just that right now, at this moment, I got a lot of things going on, and I don't want to get too much into it. School is still the main reason, but there's other reasons that come with it. And also just for like a creative mind, I feel you want to expand your horizons, see what sticks, and just see what happens. Lately, you've noticed this is for like my longtime people. You've noticed that I've been doing a lot of, I guess, I don't know, commentary videos. I don't know. I really don't know what to call them. I just have topics I want to talk about, and then I just record it. So if you're not a fan of that, I'm sorry, because I still have a lot of things to discuss, and they're mainly silly and stuff. So I still have plenty of Smash ideas. I have plenty of ideas. I've been doing this for almost 10 years. I got a lot of, you can't even see my head. I don't even know if you can see my hand. But I've got a lot. This is awful. I've got a lot of ideas. I've got a lot of ideas still up here. So I am aware that my content is lacking, but really, my goal hasn't changed since I started uploading in 2011, but I made the channel in 2010, which is I basically do all this for fun. If I don't have fun doing this, then I don't see much reason in doing it. Now there is a reason where like people are enjoying the content that carries me, but things get stagnated and then I kind of follow up to something else. I do this because I want to. And if you don't like what I'm doing, I'm not forcing you to stay subscribed. You can unsubscribe and go watch somebody else. I'm not going to be that person. But if you are wanting to watch what I'm doing and you just like, I guess my person, this is just me. All right. Anybody who knows me in real life will know this is just me. I appreciate you sticking around. I'm not going to drag this on long enough because I know I'm going to be doing a lot of edits on the main part of the video, which I hope you enjoyed. I don't know how these videos do. I really don't. Sometimes they disappoint. Sometimes they surprise. That is the beauty of YouTube. And I'm done. You can't even see my eyes. There you go. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Maybe when there's daylight. Maybe when there's daylight.
I'm going to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. You pissed on my fucking wife. That's right.